To put it plain and simple, once you create that sacred space, that vibrational environment, you have to treat it like it's a brand new baby, man. You know, this is a sacred thing. That's why I say sacred space. I don't just use a term arbitrarily. It actually has a meaning to it. The reason why I'm trying to get you to say sacred space or refer to it as that is to get you away from calling it something it's not. It's not imaginary. You know, stop calling it your imagination because it's not imaginary. They've convinced you that it doesn't exist. That's why you don't even realize its power because you're not empowering it. I've covered this many times. When you create that vibrational environment, you have to put everything in there that complements it, that helps it, that nurtures it, that feeds it, you know, that augments it and amplifies it. You don't want to put anything in there that can jeopardize the health of this brand new thing because that brand new thing is going to help you to go where you want to be. You understand? It's real simple. That's how to get you to keep defeating yourself because you keep projecting this stuff out into a future point and then you come up to that future point. You got a big blockage in front of you and you created it. So you have nothing but road bumps on your road of life and there's no space between them. It just bumps and blockages and hindrances and complications, impediments, and you don't even realize you're the one creating these things. You are manufacturing and designing these things. They're getting you to do it. That's why you're absorbing all of this trash, soaking it up, you're processing it, you're filtering it, you're imaging it, meaning you're carrying it, you're projecting it, meaning you're sending out a delivery request. I want more of the same. And the universe is going to go, you got it. And boom, 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 roadblocks, hindrances, speed bumps, impediments, on and on and on. And that's why you get tired and frustrated and disgusted because you're doing it to yourself. You don't even realize it. That's why they didn't tell you when you came here who you are and what you are. You know, they're not going to tell you. You know that book, The Secret? It's a piece of garbage. That lady's also a part of the cult. Abso-freaking-lutely. I've already said it before. They don't give you that kind of fame unless you join their ranks. It's all blood oaths and Satanism and all kinds of junk, man. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you, you don't get to have those heights of fame and go on those shows that she was on. The lady with the O for her name. Oh, she's a big one. Big time into it. Anywho, the last thing you want to do is jeopardize your forward progressive motion by sabotaging this brand new child called the seeds of your dreams, man. You got to give it time to germinate, take root. You have to cultivate it. You have to nurture it. You have to tend to these things and take care of it, love it. Show it your support and guidance and your optimism, your enthusiasm. Show that you care because this is going to grow up into something explosively amazing for you. It's going to just transform your life incredibly. You know, like when you and your partner have a brand new baby and you bring that baby home, you don't do anything possible to hurt the baby. Of course not. You do everything you can to help love the baby and take care of it so the baby grows up and is healthy and strong and has a great life that the baby deserves, right? Well, treat your dreams the same way. You know, this vibrational environment is sacred. It's your sacred inner sanctum. You know, not so much a fortress of solitude. You don't want to lock yourself inside there. But I'm trying to say that once you create this beautiful thing, you have to give it your love. You can't fluctuate. You can't one day be happy and the next day be miserable. You have to maintain a constant. You are the life force for this thing. You are the power supply and the fuel source. It has nothing to do with the law of attraction. That is garbage. I'll tell that lady to her face, and she knows she's a phony. And her first name begins with the letter A, and her last name begins with the letter H. I'm not mentioning names, but I'm quite sure you know who I'm talking about. She's also into that satanic cult if you haven't figured it out. Nobody has those levels of fame and notoriety without going through the doors of that cult. But anyway, the law of attraction is garbage. Everything is here. This is an infinite ocean of energy. When you create your vibrational space, it resonates at a specific frequency. And if you keep amplifying it and complementing it and not canceling it out and attenuating it, and diminishing it, but augmenting it, loving it, showing it that you care, show it your love, just like anything else. Respect begets respect. If you treat your property well, your personal possessions will last forever. But if you treat it like garbage, they'll freaking be broken in a day and that'll be it. It all depends on how you decide to treat these things and how you consciously choose to approach them. Yourself, relationships, people, items, it all applies. It isn't just this process. It's to the everything of life that this applies to. Common sense. If you have a friend that you treat like garbage, they're not going to be your friend anymore. It's just that simple. The same thing holds true with this. So all things being relative, it's all the same stuff. The more you treat your sacred space with kindness and love, the more apt it is to return that favor by showing you amazing things. It's just that simple. The more love you show it, the more love it will show you. And this is a reciprocity. This is a gregarious reciprocity taking place, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you, speaking from experience here. I made too many mistakes, man. I was like, this year is going to be my year. New Year's Eve, all that resolution garbage, that's all a bunch of junk. That's just garbage. You don't make resolutions, man. You create intentions and you act upon them. It's straight truth. And then, you don't do anything about making those intentions a reality. So you just blame God, or you blame yourself. You blame this one. Everything's blame. It's a blame game. That just drives you down and you become a vibrational equivalent to garbage, and round we go. It just gets to be nauseatingly sick after a while. At least for me it was. I mean, maybe some people love pain and misery and broken record realities. I know I don't. That's for certain. But I'm just giving you a little bit of quick tip here, man. If once you create that sacred space, treat it as if it is your newborn baby and give it everything you got as far as high vibrational, because that's what is required to take that seed, that baby, that infant, that egg, and turn it into something freaking amazing. Because don't forget, everything came from the forest from a single seed, and that seed sprouted into a tree, that tree that bears fruits, and then the animals eat the fruit, and then they put their droppings all over the place, and that makes more trees, more forests, and that's how things become. That's the process. It all has to start with something, and it all has to start somewhere, and that something is you, and that somewhere is you with regards to your own life, because nobody's going to step up and help you help yourself. You have to be able to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, it won't get done. It has to feel natural. If it feels forced, then you're not going to want to do these things. You're not going to. You're going to wake up and say, forget it. I'm not interested. You're going to be too busy locked in feeling sorry for yourself and playing the blame game and all that pity party garbage, and you're just going to go nowhere with your life. And you have all this limited beliefs and limited disempowering feelings and everything, and that's what's going to keep you stuck. It's going to feel like a lead vest on your chest and just suffocate you and crush you to death. When you are an unlimited being with limitless possibilities and potential, readily available to you anytime, anywhere, easily accessible. It doesn't have anything to do with what gender, race, class, creed, culture. That's all nonsense, man. Everything is energy. You're not a gender, you're not a race, you're not creed, class, ethnicity, heritage, culture. It's all junk. It's all just divisive mechanisms. The universe did not create this earth to be subdivided by these creatures, but it is subdivided. That's why you have different countries and continents, and they fly flags in the pride of their countries, and they speak different languages, and the way they cook their food, and the way their clothes, and all this stuff. It's all nonsense. It's diversification. It isn't classification. You have to be able to differentiate between the two. But anyway, once you create this beautiful thing, give it everything you got as far as love, because that's going to show you love in return only if you show it love, because love begets love, respect begets respect. What you give is what you get. If you give nothing, you get nothing. If what it is that you're giving is garbage, that's what you shall receive in return. That's it. The universe does not work with reflections. It is not a mirror. It's echoes, man. If you scream out to somebody, I hate your effing guts, that's what you're going to get back. But if you say, I love you with all my heart and all my soul, what do you think is going to be coming back to you? That's the way the universe rolls. Exactly. I'm not referring to people, by the way, because you could be caught in a relationship where it's all one-sided and that person's sucking you dry. It happens all the time. Whenever I relate to anything, I'm talking about the universe. That's what I'm referring to. The universe will always have your back. Whatever you choose to do, if you choose to help yourself or hurt yourself, the universe is going to make it happen, because it's up to you to consciously say, I'm going to help myself and love myself, and I'm going to do something beneficial for myself as well as others once I'm able to put myself in that position of having the ability to do it. And remember this before I go. If you have an ability to do something, you certainly have a responsibility to do it. So there it is.